It's 6:30 p.m. Do you know where your co-host is?
It's me. Hello.
It's him! He's here. Hello. Hello, everyone.
I wasn't sure if you were setting me up to introduce myself or what was happening.
Yeah.
But I'm here. Hello.
I did that to put you in a place of uncertainty.
Excellent.
That was a cultivated experience for us and
Good.
for him.
Good.
Because it's us.
It's so rare for me to feel unease on stream, so it's good that you could cultivate that.
Yeah, well, you know, particularly when we're trying to feel nice and chill on this wonderful Monday. Anyway, hello. Welcome to SciFiAIguy Plays. It's me. It's him. He's Justin. We're playing FEZ, which you've seen before. This is number 3. I'm going to say it's part 3. Yeah, this is the third time we've played.
No, this is the third time.
This is the
but
third
they've
time,
all been split up.
Yes. Wow, is that true? Did we have a break between 1 and 2 as well?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Because we had a break between FEZ and the other
I
game
think we
to
had
do
a week
your cryptic.
off.
Oh, we had a week off. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so it's been an intermittent game, but it's a good game. It's soft nonsense, as I have deemed it online. I enjoy it. Unsure of the depth. You know, how long it will remain terribly interesting. But it's still good.
Yeah, well, we were basically saying that we would take a third stream crack at it and figure out if we were going to play through the game to the end, because it has been kicking around some new narrative ideas. So it may have more complexity. We found the black holes, and it started to get a bit...
God, we did.
A bit less cute.
Yeah.
But we still wanted to make sure that we would have enough to talk about each stream, so we were going to kind of treat our third one as the verdict.
Yeah, I mean, it is getting increasingly threatening in its way.
That's true.
There's a threatening aura to it, which I'm down with.
Just quickly, I did want to show off my...
oh, yes, of course, sorry.
I have a lovely inky hand.
Justin, how have you been?
I've been
going
well.
on?
I have a beautiful blue mark on my screen. On my screen. On my head, even. On my head screen.
On Crafty's screen?
On everyone else's screen.
On the screens at home?
Yeah, because I have been playing with ink and stuff for my latest Neptune project. So, yes, I've been well. I've been busy. How about you? How are you?
Oh, incredibly tired. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it at that, I think. Yeah, things could be better. So let's play a video game.
We have tea. We have a stream.
One of these days I'll fix this setup so I don't have to swivel this.
That's all good. I'll also come across this way.
Sure. Yeah. Look, you get comfortable because you're I almost called you Jason. I don't know a Jason. I don't even watch somebody named Jason. For all the Jasons out there, press F to pay respects because I don't fucking know you.
It's all good, Randall.
Anyway, Justin is playing Tonight.
It's true.
The video game.
I have the controller.
Do you recall the...
I don't remember the controls,
all right, well,
but I can take a look at them.
I remember them being actually really intuitive.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Now.
I believe there were a couple of things that they don't actually tell you on the Xbox One that we had to infer from the keyboard controls.
Right.
Because there was something to do with the placement of bombs and stuff.
Oh,
that it just doesn't tell us.
Yeah, or at least, it would have told us if we'd been using controller and then we were tutorialized about bombs. Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna blow us up. But
yeah, blow up that
let's
spot.
Play a game. Now we're gonna go continue game.
Yeah, do it.
And we'll see how we are.
It does have a lovely aesthetic.
What on earth?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so all this urban stuff that we've found. Hell yeah. Alright, if you could do me a favour, can you throw up the world map real quick?
I think that is that one.
Yeah, nice. I'm just curious where we are.
Sure.
So we're at a warp gate.
Now, that's zoom out. So...
This is a lot.
Yeah, and so we had a bunch of worlds off the side of this one. And this was... Yeah. I think we just unlocked this area.
Yeah, this is fresh. We've come from that sort of industrial staircase ladder pipe.
Yeah, so our starting world, I think, was that one there, maybe? Yeah.
No, isn't it like right in the middle? Or did we...
That's the warp. gate we keep walking
and
back
that's
to.
right, but that's
I
not
think
our actual
this
home.
one here is our home.
Yeah,
we
no,
started
that
on.
does look familiar. It is sufficiently bucolic.
Yeah.
I have to say, that for me is... I've been thinking about this a lot, and I don't know why. The word bucolic is, I think, an unfortunate word, because to me, it doesn't sound like the definition that it has.
Now, I don't think I know bucolic.
Oh, so, bucolic is... my understanding of the word is that it is a word to describe sort of a country setting. Sort of a laid-back, serene, quiet... it's possible that serene is a bit too far, but... Because I haven't used it a lot, it's just that I learned the word, or I heard it somewhere, or maybe I, heard it a few times, and I was like, oh, that word sounds fucking sweet, and then I looked it up and was so disappointed. Because I also don't... I'm not a country person, right?
Yeah.
But to me, bucolic it's such a misleading sounding word. I'm going to drop our audio just a bit if that's chill.
Yeah, let us know. Oh,
sorry.
Of course, because it clicks off.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said something.
No, you did. And then I...
That's true. I should have said something more? Anyway.
Yeah. That's alright.
How's that?
I like how the mouse disappeared when the screen changed. That was fun. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember...
So these platforms...
These
oh my
rotate.
god, they... Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, I just want to wait for that.
Okay, so I did have a pseudo-academic thought leading up to this stream that I wanted to run by you.
Sure.
Because I think it could be a cool way to kick us on to what could be our next game.
Interesting. Do you mind if I go into this room while we chat about it?
Yeah, go for it. You're scaring, we're unlikely to run into dialogue, at least.
Yeah,
which tends to be the interrupter.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what our standards are around that.
It's tough,
in this
right?
game.
Well, I've seen a bunch of streamers do the unfortunate thing where they keep playing when they're trying to talk about something, and then they just talk over dialogue that I want to
Audio
hear.
is still a little intense for audience as well.
All right, let me...
Yeah, we just adjusted it for us, so...
Yeah, sorry, I should have...
No.
All right, I've scooched it down a touch.
Watch what... Oh, no, the mouse just faded out anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, let us know how that is, folk. Hello, good round boy. Welcome. Just in time for the academic talk. Yeah, I've seen streamers do this a bunch where they will continue to play a game and they'll talk over really important dialogue, and I, the viewer, who both want to see these people hang out and want to see a game, miss out on cool bits of the game.
Sorry, did we come out of that door? Do you know?
Oh,
I don't think so.
No, the door we came out of was lower down because you use those platforms.
Right. Can you drop down to this?
Yes. So you direct down and you press jump. So you
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not.
Anywho,
is that tutorialized? Anyway.
Keep
playing.
playing.
Yeah, it is.
And the thing that I wanted to kick around as a thought. Oh, it's another area. We've found one of the spokes. Or we've travelled along one of the spokes. So this game plays with space.
Yes.
That's kind of its whole thing. It does something that platformers don't do and haven't done in my experience. And I think the reason I heard about FEZ is because it did something that wasn't being done.
Yeah.
Or perhaps just did it in an innovative way. Who knows? But it certainly blew my mind, this rotational thing, particularly the way that it's handled. Like, it's
yeah,
really tasty. Platformers are already, a spatial game.
Right.
I mean, are all games spatial? Are all games where you embody an individual and move about spatial games? I would say, yeah. That seems true. The reason I'm harping on this is because the premise of Braid is it's a platformer that plays with time.
Huh.
So here we have a platformer that plays with space, and Braid is a platformer that plays with time, and it has me thinking about how this game plays with time, and how Braid plays with space.
Okay.
I mean, Braid plays with space because it's a platformer. So, you are right now you are already playing with space. It's just what this game does is it introduces... It's interesting. It introduces a third dimension, not because you can traverse it, but because it morphs the map. So what it's actually doing is reshuffling things for us, but we don't actually turn that corner, ever. we're always moving along a 2D plane. It's
Okay.
just, it's a shuffling of the map that we understand as a viewer and a player because we understand 3 dimensions.
Right.
If you were actually a 2-dimensional being, A, hello, what a strange world you must live in. I hear Flatland is nice this time of year. But B, would any of this even be comprehensible?
Yeah.
In fact, I reckon somebody like my mum, who doesn't play video games, and so doesn't necessarily have the literacy, might see all this shifting and might not even necessarily know that a third dimension was being introduced, right?
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I'm interested in, like, I don't know if there's... Oh, there we go. First death. I don't know if there's a...
Oh no, I've fallen to my death.
Oh,
a couple
really?
of times. Yeah.
Well, I was too busy harping. Yeah, I don't know if there's any deep thoughts to be had about what this does with time and what Braid does with space, sort of comparing the two. But I just thought I thought it was interesting as perhaps as a starting point.
Let's use our key.
He used a key. Oh, that little bird. Ah. Oh, little moosey.
Oh,
Oh, chai. I could live on chai. And by chai, I mean like powdered chai in a Batman mug from Movie World.
oh, interesting.
Tis Batman. Behold. Yeah, so here are, not uncommon things that we see in a game, which is to say, you need to align your timing with that of a doorway or platform in the game.
A whole cube,
An entire cube.
just for us.
So, there are timing puzzles. Not even
Yeah.
puzzles, it's just, you've got to incorporate timing into your
Yeah.
movements. You can't just move freely, necessarily. But, so,
I
Braid...
keep doing the wrong one.
That's all right. Braid is about time in a very fundamental way in terms of its narrative. What it's
Yeah.
trying to say is deeply wedded to the exploration of time as a concept. If I'm recalling correctly, it's been some time since I played it. Probably about
Right.
10 years, or coming up to.
Wow. Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah. Or maybe like 9 or 8. It's on Galbraith. When I met you was about when I played Braid. Because I remember playing it on a laptop in that house.
Yeah, well, I met you 9 years ago,
There we go, yeah.
so I don't know how long you're in that house. But, now, there's still a bunch of bits on this one, but I just don't know where they are.
That owl is full of them. You've got to
I
squeeze
can't-
it like a tube of toothpaste.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to press every button.
What the fuck?
I
Are
pressed
you saying
B.
that? Is the... Wait... Whoa.
Okay. Sorry. So that said hexagon, octagon, decahedron, her sacred geometry. Then there was a noise and the owl flew away.
We could have talked to animals this whole goddamn time?
I pushed a random button because I was having a joke. And it turns out I can talk to an owl. I'm gonna go chat to this starling.
I want that in my real life, by the way.
No, that one just flew away.
Okay.
Okay.
So the owl was a specific entity, perhaps.
I guess.
Or you missed the timing window on that birdie.
Yeah, I'm a bit shocked.
Are we being directed by our Navi friend? Oh, they're just moving to the interactable, which is the rotator potato
Yeah.
bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I don't know if I...
Yeah.
That's not what I did.
I gotta say, for a platformer, that much fall damage being lethal is, doesn't seem great. I would expect to fall that far on a lot of platformers and be okay. Like, that's...
Also, there was a momentum to that jump that I did not...
Did not intend. I
Yeah.
think you gotta... Okay. No, you're fine. I was gonna...
Oh, come on. Oh, that's not where I wanted to be.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. I just wanted to see if we went down here, because I don't actually remember if we did.
Yeah. Well, that'll take us over yonder, presumably. Okay, so this is another way that this game plays with space.
Yeah.
These passageways that...
That don't... Yeah.
They're portals.
They don't correspond to linear space, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the fact that they've made them doors is confusing, because it is a magic portal, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, straight up and down. Because everything else here is meant to make a kind of... Well, I say it's meant to make a kind of sense. You
Oh,
rotate
this is
platforms so they get closer to each other in a way that
This is
doesn't.
going to wind down.
Oh, it's
right?
going to lower.
Oh, it won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have to turn it the other way. No?
So there's, like, it...
Weird.
Maybe it's at full extension and... yeah, I don't know. Maybe you've got to unlock it up top? No, up
I don't
top...
know that there's another way of getting up top.
Yeah, I don't know about... Oh,
Unless
no.
we can jump on those pipes, I don't know. That's not what I meant to do.
Oh,
well,
there
I'm
you go.
here.
Yeah, I don't think the pipes have been, Well, if they're not, then how do we... Yeah. This seems...
Unless there's something here. Well, that's very slightly higher.
Yeah. I love that muted music, ever since you pointed that out to me.
Yeah, it's cool, hey? No.
It is a pretty game.
There's something odd going on here.
You know what this game needs? I think the reason this game doesn't feel necessarily 100% in line with our Monday evening, or the Monday evening time slot, is this game would benefit from, like, 6 hours at a time.
Yeah.
I think, like, grinding this and just hanging out would fit better.
Well, maybe we save it, and at some point, if we do like a weekend thing,
That's true, yeah, return to FEZ and just, yeah.
Return to FEZ.
Like, have some afternoon beers and just annihilate this cube
So,
land.
I think there may be a mechanic or something that we need to backtrack and use,
Okay.
because there was just nothing to do there. I
Yeah.
tried a couple of things,
Okay.
but yeah.
This really is a pretty game.
And apart from that, oh, there's still bits.
Yeah, wow. Well, you've got the major thoroughfares out of here at least. Like you've
Yeah.
travelled the...
We've done above, I think, pretty comprehensively.
You're gonna head down.
That was what I was thinking,
Mm.
because I haven't seen... Oh, there we go, there's a bit down there.
I mean, I believe that isn't down the bottom there the door that we arrived. Oh no! Holy shit! Oh yeah. Galaxy Brain. Oh, full QEB.
Cube.
QEB.
So, is that... Now we've completed it.
Aha! Yeah.
Okay, so the 4 bits in the corner doesn't actually mean there's 4 in the place.
Yeah. Okay. It just means there are bits to get.
Cool experiment. So that one we can't get
Anything.
anywhere further from.
Sure.
So I reckon we come back to here.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else we can do
All right.
on this particular island. Yeah, it's interesting. I think the way the game plays with space... part of what's interesting about the way it plays with space is that there are accepted rules of how games play with space, and then there are extra rules and that this game is doing by itself that other games don't use, and that's the novelty. It's
Yeah.
not that it's playing with space, it's that it's breaking the conventions of how games are allowed to play with space.
Yeah.
Like portals are very common in games. Like, and we keep going to, like, we're looking at it from an overworld, which is kind of a map of how things fit together conceptually, but it's not, there's no linear pathway between those places, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like there's a door and then there's another door
Yeah.
in the other place, at least in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, and because of the way this game works, because of the way that it sort of twists and flexes those rules, the flexes on those conventions.
Did I go an extra... I think I went an extra step.
But yeah, you were
I just
in
ran
this
through
place, and then
another
I think you just strolled through a door. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm going to go back.
All right. Yeah, I think the ways in which we can see where we're going in the distance, even though we are we're heading towards it as players, but not in a physically possible way with those doors because they are indeed as portals. Yeah. So the way that this game mucks around with space is the new thing that it offers, right? So I offered that axiom, I think possibly at the start of our playthrough of this. Just something that I've heard where, the general advice is only introduce one new big thing.
Right.
And I feel like they've done that well in that they've introduced this new thing and then they've put other little mechanics in there, like just little rotating platforms. But that's enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to add much within this new framework for it to be interesting. Just bit by bit, you introduce new mechanics that are relatively familiar, but are unique here because of what the rest of the game is doing.
Right.
Which is cool. I think that's laudable. It's very clean. I had another point. I was hoping that in my wandering about it would just come to me.
So here's another one, right?
Yeah.
This is a convention of how space works in games. I know how that works because I've seen it in Mario.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So it retains not complete. So if you flip it now, what's going to happen?
It'll go to the next spot. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. So when you turn it, we can see the actual, like, corners this turns. Like, it's actually snaking through space.
Yeah.
Oh, that rules.
And it also has a different proximity to things wherever it is. Whichever axis we're looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through this door, shall we?
Oh, yeah, let's spend them keys.
Oh, that's our last key.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I don't know if we had one before we opened that or after.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, so I remember the point that I had. So we've got all this interesting stuff to do with space. And it started out... Oh, Justin. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Die!
I came so close.
Oh, you've got...
now
and you've
I've got
Oh, that's so slick. Okay. Yeah,
Cheeky.
this game's got legs. Them gams.
Do I go down the pipe now?
I was going to say, is this the Marioid? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. It's not a pipe. It's a well.
Yeah. Legally distinct entity.
It's a well, actually. Okay.
Oh, and here's a game literacy thing.
Yeah.
Because there are people who don't know... Oh, God, Justin. The coloured pipes. That's what all these coloured pipes are about.
Interesting.
I reckon you're going to be travelling down... No? Okay. I was hoping for, like, a pipe network.
To be able to... Yeah, I see what you're... Oh, this is cute. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, see, this is really frustrating because I keep being like, man, I think we're a little bit done with this game, and then we play this game and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's a valve. Once again, a new mechanic.
Yeah, we've turned things using this before. Oh, okay, so I've got to turn it the other way. Hang on.
Oh, you know what? I reckon...
Yeah, I've got to grab onto it.
Yeah, so it's possible we didn't have the,
Then rotate left or... Oh, okay, sorry. I just didn't...
So does this mean you weren't possibly moving the valve the other time?
No, I was... See, I'm pushing... I've got X,
yeah,
and then I'm pressing all the directions.
Joystick.
Those are
Oh,
Oh, rotate left or right, as in rotate left and right.
Rotate the world.
That's not what you do with the others.
Okay. That might be what we do with the one that you couldn't move, though. That twisty... Yeah.
Oh, wow, you can keep lowering it. So you can... Okay, and now that's on the lowest level. Wow. And I'm guessing I would die if I fell in the water.
Well... We've had the ability to swim before, but this is, you know, a greeny, grimy...
Shall we?
Yeah. Do you remember that song? Were you ever privy to the, you know, great big globs of greeny, grimy gopher guts?
I
Teeny
don't know
weeny
that
birdie
song.
feet, French fried eyeballs covered in a pool of blood, and me without a spoon.
I don't know that, but I know the rhythm.
I think it's
to the... the old man, ain't what you
yeah,
used to be.
there's a similar, yeah. It's from Ren and Stimpy, if I
ain't
recall.
What she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Yeah. So, yeah. But of course, Ren and Stimpy has to go the grosser direction.
Well, exactly.
I've got to raise it this time to
Yeah.
get the platform. Yep, okay.
Can you chuck us the world map real quick? Because I'm curious where we are in relation to everything else. Just
Sure, so this was...
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. I'm just going to do this again. So zoom... Ah.
Huh. Huh. Okay.
There's the pipe,
Yeah. This is yeah.
and this is its own nexus.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, I don't know... Did that actually raise when I did that way, or do I have to go the other way? I don't know. So... I think I have to push the other side.
Yeah. Get that platform. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game plays with space, and it began as a narrative conceit in that we
Yeah.
were introduced to the third dimension and the cube as opposed to the square, which was
Oh,
cool.
hang on. Is this not... I don't think I've raised it enough. Sorry.
Oh, you gotta crank it a little more.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy has taught us
Now
well.
that's a reference I get. There we go.
Because I'm pandering. Touch more? Although there's a door there. Did we come in through that door?
Yeah, we came in through that
Okay,
door.
okay.
I'm wanting to lift this platform up to be level with the second stairs on the left.
Okay. Nice. Oh, and the soundtrack too. Tasty.
Yeah, wow. It's just doing so much.
So, the narrative conceit, such as it is that we put on this FEZ and we can see into the third dimension, and now we can do stuff, and I forget what we're trying to do.
The music.
Muted.
Yeah. Again,
Nice.
it's all this other stuff.
Um,
Okay, so this is... Yeah.
But I would say that most of what we've seen past that point
Yeah.
has interested me, but has not tied into that. Which is to say, we started in a little secluded village, and now we're just carousing our way through incredible urban ruins. And I would like to know if those urban ruins have anything to do with this unknown third dimension.
Right.
And maybe that's what's sort of having me bounce off this game a bit at the moment. It just feels like incredibly cool areas and puzzles and aesthetics, but it's not feeling tied together.
Now we have no keys. Yeah,
Aha.
I mean, it appears to... timing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me too. Should I get my phone out?
If you want.
You're gonna have to... Oh, you know what? I worry about the little, those little dots. Do I have a QR code reader on here? Let me just be in the future and find out. I do have one.
Are these different QR codes? They look the same on each side.
I haven't opened this in so long, and it wants me to rate it the moment I... Let me just hit never. Hey, come on. I think your little navi is screwing me up there.
I'm trying to... Oh, interesting.
It's a code. Okay.
So, would you want to read it?
Yes.
And I will push the buttons.
All right. It's all either right or left trigger. So, right, right, left, right, 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 left, left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, left.
Go team.
Hell yeah. Was that just a lot of cube?
That was a cube. I don't.
Oh, no, it's one of those artifacts, maybe. Aren't there, like, weird puzzle cubes that we have yet to decode?
I don't think. I think it was a cube of some kind.
Well, sure, but so was the... Oh, it is poisonous. Oh, you melted.
Well, I had to find out somehow.
Yeah, if you give us that inventory real quick.
Yeah, sure. So that is, of course, that button.
Hey, so there's cube shards.
So there we go. We did use our last key.
Treasure maps. Oh, okay, yeah. So artifacts is
So it was one of these anti-cubes.
Anti-cubes, of which we know very little.
I think it was an anti-cube.
No,
it's hard to tell because of the...
I definitely think it was, yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So the anti-cubes are blue, the blue ones that just come up on our side here. Cube shards 11. Okay.
Yeah, there's just... I just want a little something, right? To give this world... Because I don't look at Mario and think I need to know more about this world. Because at no point is it trying to tell me that the world is deep and is mysterious, right?
Right.
Mario just is. The world of Mario just is, and I'm fine with that. I also haven't played a lot of Mario. And this world, there's room here. Yeah. And not every game has to say something in that way, of course.
There's a bunch of other places coming off here.
With the water down, I guess?
Yeah, I just thought that there was something up here because it's such a big pipe.
Yeah. Is this
I
another
guess
way?
not.
Yeah, wow.
That's alright.
Where does this... Oh, that's a warp, so that'll just take us home? That's like the main
I think
warp.
so.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. So in terms of a lack of a through line... Okay, that's not too much of a fall, apparently.
Yeah.
Have I been through this door?
I don't think so.
It's not showing me... Navi or whatever is not showing me anything through this door, so I guess we haven't been through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been through here.
Given that opening premise of mystery, of heritage, or at the very least, responsibility being passed down.
Yeah.
I don't feel terribly responsible yet. All of this is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about where everything leads, but I guess the responsibility is just the premise that gives us the cubes, right? It's not the... Okay, there's a cube up there.
Yeah, and that could be it, right? It could be that there is nothing... Oh, you can climb that.
Yeah, that's the moss. It's just... Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I am fully okay with the possibility that I am asking... Maybe not too much, but certainly a lot. You've got to step around a bit, I think. Yeah.
I need to stop rotating while I'm mid-action.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going through every door.
Oh, yeah, go for it. I love it.
Which is... I like it too, but it is the opposite of the stated strategy that we were going for.
Yeah.
We will go through specific doors.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. Well, all you're doing is, like, picking up incredible resources. Like, we've been rewarded at every door.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to tutorial... I thought it might be a special treasure chest. I didn't realize it was going to tutorialize treasure chests again. Hey, we got a key. That's really good, because we just used one.
This game has a really good feel for how long to use a mechanic.
I thought we'd got off the platform there. I must have had to rotate. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Ooh. Get your feet wet.
There we go.
Yeah, it's introduced new things at a really smooth pace.
Yeah, I do like that about it.
And maybe that's it. Maybe that's, like, for a lot of people, that's going to be more than enough. And they don't need story.
Well, I don't think that this has no story.
Yeah.
I think it has story in between chunks that are just puzzles. Interesting, that's as high as this would take it.
I think rather than saying this has a story, I would say that it has a premise. We've been given a framework within which to do this incredible shit, and if that's the extent of it, that would actually be okay. You know, I don't know that we're going to get a final boss. No, obviously no game, like not all games need final bosses, but it's not tension, you know, there's no narrative tension to be resolved. We're just having a great time exploring and collecting and unlocking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there is some narrative tension because we have been like there in the loosest sense there is a framing narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a world that we can see that other people can't see, and we've been given the mission of going out and collecting these cubes because we're the only person that's got this power. So we're like a chosen one.
Yeah.
So and there have been moments where there is like lore built into the world that is just not delivered through cutscenes, I guess. Like,
yeah.
how? Okay, let me posit a question. Having said that, in what sense is this not a narrative game, and the Swapper is a narrative game? Like, what extra dimension would you say isn't in this that was in the Swapper?
I felt like the Swapper had a developing story.
Okay.
Not a long or deep one, but we kept interacting with this person who kept rebuffing us, and we were provided a lot of information from, Speaking Rocks and from our strange Dennett Chalmers gestalt that was not necessary for learning new mechanics or puzzles.
Right.
It was just character building, narrative chunks.
That's interesting. I do like the distinction of it's not necessary for puzzles.
Yeah. Because we've been given amazing arenas for a lot of these puzzles, but they could have been reskinned as anything and it wouldn't have mattered necessarily. The Swapper, I think, was really tight in terms of everything contributed to what it was trying to say, and maybe it, was a bit ham-fisted in places, but they thought about what the mechanic was, and they thought about the world that... Oh, turns out you can stand on that. That rules. They thought about the world of that mechanic. They interrogated what would happen to that world if that novum were true.
Yeah.
And then they executed on that, and it was a puzzle game as well. And I thought that was really neat. And this game has executed on the idea of what if there was a third dimension, to deliver us a lot of cool puzzles and puzzle mechanics, and that's it. The question was not what if a world was changed by adding a third dimension. The question was what puzzles can we create by adding a third dimension. That was the entirety of the thought so far. And again, that's not criminal. I think that's completely reasonable.
I get the sense that this is just a longer game.
Yeah, okay. Like, this is all sort of prologue.
Yeah. But you're right. I think there's an element of this that is like the games that it is emulating, where, like Mario or Zelda, where there is a quest, but... Sorry, I wanted to make a point and I didn't want that noise to keep going while I was making the point. I think this is more like Mario or Zelda, or at least the initial Mario and Zelda games. In fact, that might be the distinction. It's like the earlier Mario and Zelda games where you are sent on a quest, but then the whole game is you collect the items for the quest.
Yeah.
And any piece of information that's given to you is in the direct pursuit of a quest thing.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that makes it difficult for me to draw that distinction is that, say, a more modern Mario or Zelda game, you have longer conversations where people kind of tell you about their lives and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's still delivered with the objective of you needing to learn these things about these people so that you can eventually solve puzzles using that information.
Yeah, or there's plenty of little... I haven't played those games extensively, but I can think of moments in Mario games where you talk to people, and it's effectively character building. It's indelibly twee. Yeah. It's, people just saying stuff about their day or their world, and that just tells you a little bit about the mushroom people or whatever. But there is a kind of world building there. Again, it's not deep, but there isn't that expectation. And I think part of that is because I'm not expecting Mario games to give me much in that sense.
I suppose, yeah. The narrative in this one is the world in which the puzzles happen, whereas in a lot of more modern games, the narrative is one of the things you need to understand and actually try to comprehend to proceed with the game. Yeah. That I think is something that the Swapper also didn't necessarily have, in that you didn't need to understand what was going on narratively.
No, it's true. It's true, but
there's some middle ground that was occupied by the Swapper, because at the very least, the same physics that you're grappling with in the narrative is the physics that you're exploiting in the puzzles.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is at least
I think
tension there.
I think it added to the puzzles because what it did is it made the puzzles more. It contextualized those puzzles in a way that made them deeply uncomfortable, and I really liked that. But yeah, you didn't need to. You could have skipped all of that and just played a puzzle game, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely hard agree.
Sorry, I went right into that.
Yeah, it's a one-way gate. And...
Yeah, well, that was into
son
there.
Of a bitch.
That was that far. And I wasn't sure that I could actually get back. So I can now get through to this one and then come that way.
Yeah.
I just haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Depends where we want to explore. I feel like this is the path we're exploring today because we've got
like 15 minutes. So,
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, just feel free to tool around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely down with this sort of delivering plot later in a... like, it could just be... If this is the cold open, right?
Yeah.
If eventually it just says FEZ.
Yeah.
Because Kingdom Hearts, I think, is famous for that. Like, giving you a few hours of what effectively amounts to tutorial, and then it says Kingdom Hearts. Like, after you've been grinding this game.
Right.
And if FEZ did that, I'd be like, okay, props for making such a ballsy move.
Yeah.
It's interesting as well. I think my expectations... Well, not even expectations. The things that I search for in this context, when I'm playing a game... Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so you can't be on the side. When I'm either playing a game or sitting next to a friend playing a game, and I'm on camera, online, ranting, I put more pressure on myself to see more, and thus more pressure is put on the game, right?
Right.
If I was just playing this alone and I wasn't speaking aloud, I would be curious about this urban ruin, but most of my focus would be on solving these puzzles.
Yeah, okay.
So I absolutely accept that the format here, I'm trying to write an essay verbally as I go.
I guess I'm wondering whether the thing that we... Oh, I accidentally went back through them.
Oh, shit.
That's alright.
Fool! No,
It's fine. I hope I didn't just go back again. Oh. I mean, this is somewhere.
You can go from here, so... Oh, a QM.
Maybe I haven't been
Oh,
here.
yeah, this is where you were meant to go, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think also, yeah. We can open that last... Wow.
Okay, so...
We've actually pushed through quite a bit then.
You know what? Okay, so that last door is back home, right?
Yes.
I would be interested to see if in town people say different things to us now.
Yeah.
So there are games that incentivize going back to town and talking to people again. Town being a loose term for the place you start, where you have people you can interact with. And you might be incentivized to go back there for gameplay reasons, perhaps. So perhaps you need to go back there for health potions, for ammo, to restock. Maybe you need to go back there because it's literally the hub, and you need to walk through it to walk through everything else. What the Swiss? Maybe like an artifact thing?
Yeah, weird.
Oh, those fucking treasure maps. Still haven't... Yeah, there's some...
Yeah, I'm just, maybe we need to use this here.
Yeah, some... How...
I don't know how we would.
No, neither.
Although...
Hang on. Yeah. So if that's the start point, if you...
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing, I think.
Yeah, we're meant to be rolling it along one of these.
Well, I think that each of the 6 faces are the vertical...
Yeah. Like, so if you bring up the artifact again, I think the bottommost face when you've got it on your first orientation...
As in this one?
Is like a starter and endpoint, right?
Yes.
And then you roll from that, like a long...
It's really hard to navigate this. I actually can't go from here to...
So maybe what we're meant to do is match artifacts to their doors by the pattern, like looking at this, the way this, and then figure out how we would blah, blah, blah.
Oh, hang on. I can rotate using the buttons.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Can I then...
Okay, so there's the other start/end.
Okay, so I can rotate those way. Can I rotate up, down? Oh, that's back. No, I can only rotate left, right.
Oh, that's...
So hang on. This one, we've got... The box is at the bottom. Then there is like an S-shaped, like, tetromino.
I mean, yeah, our current artifact definitely doesn't fit that door, I think. Because the endpoint would need to have another section to the T, right? Because we have like a double T and this is just a singular top T. There's one hat. Ours has like one hat and then some massive eyebrows.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying in terms of an S, like, tetromino, right? That is an S shape.
Yeah, but like I think the middle parts might work, but the it won't work at the ends, which means it's probably not the right one, right?
Yes, no, that's fair. So we might have to find another artifact and come back here.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Anyway, we were going to go through that door that's the last door we needed to get through, I think.
Yes. Yeah, because, which I think is in town, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's too hard to get to.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious whether townsfolk have interesting things to say, because if they do... I mean, that might be, it would be unfortunate if they had interesting things to say this whole time every time we found X cubes or opened a door, because we've not been incentivized by the game to go back.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I like it when you interact with NPCs and they have changed along with the world. You...
Uh-huh. Oh, pick a destination and then press... Right, so where do we want to go?
Wait, can we go anywhere from here? Or is it just to another gate?
I think it's just to another warp gate, but I don't know.
Yeah, so the doors that we're travelling through... Oh, okay, yeah. So we've got the big warp central bit, which is where the door is. But where's town?
So
oh, there's
town.
There's
this
town.
one here.
Oh, yeah, and it's a bit of a... Oh, no, the doors are in the purple bit.
In this bit?
Below. Yeah, okay.
There.
That's right.
Okay, so if we go here...
Yeah, let's go there. That should work fine.
Let's see if I can figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that actually did it.
No, that's...
No. Yes. I don't think I selected anywhere on the map. I thought I'd just exited the map and then picked. Yeah, this isn't where I picked.
Oh. Huh. That's weird. Oh, look, it still shows in the gate where we came from.
Yeah.
Like a little TV.
Weird. I don't know if... Hang on, I'm going to try that again.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I didn't pick a place.
Oh! Okay, so it had a pre-selected image last time, and that's what the colour was in the screen.
I guess so.
Yeah, so we hadn't loaded in a fresh one. We hadn't selected it.
So I could have chosen, I guess. Right,
yeah,
so that's back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Behold!
Pick a destination and press up to warp.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So pick a destination. So now I want to go like this. Do I want that to be the destination?
If we can.
It's not letting me. I'm pressing up.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't think it wants you to... So when you're picking a destination, are you pressing the map button, or are you, like, pressing to use the portal?
I'm not... Well... I'm going into the map.
I don't know that that's... Like, maybe you should be pressing X or something? Is X...
Oh, okay. X...
No, they just take you
I
through.
just went up. Yeah, whenever I've tried to push other buttons other than up, it's not doing anything. So...
But, like, so what did you push then? Like,
I went up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about pressing X? Is that...
Yeah, so X does nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pushing the other buttons. Yep, that just talks to Navi about it. Yeah.
Maybe it's worth checking the controls.
Sure. Oh, hang on. Are controls in there?
Yeah, they're in options.
They're in options.
Yeah, X is action, so that's...
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so I've just been going to the world map.
Yeah.
And then...
I mean, yes, like, from a control perspective, I mean, I'm not saying that the game wouldn't do it, but that would not be my preference to have you use the existing world map control. Because then you could accidentally warp yourself if you were just standing near a portal, right? And you were checking your surroundings.
Right.
But,
so if I
yeah.
press up there, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it's from here, but then also, like, what do they actually want then? That's garbage.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pick the place. I feel like I can only...
Yeah.
That's alright.
Maybe they are fixed then, but then why would it say...
Yeah, I don't quite know. Well, let's make our way back, I think.
Yeah.
So we just have to make our way from there to there. Is that... Have we been in there? I don't think we've
Maybe
been
not,
there.
actually. Let's do it.
Sure.
Screw it.
We don't have much longer. Hello.
Oh dear God. Oh no, we have been in here and we didn't get the... No wait, there was another one where we didn't get it maybe.
Yeah, I think that was another one, because we can walk under.
Yeah. Yeah. Good little...
Oh, black cube.
Good little FEZ boy.
Hello. What's that?
Oh, what? Secrecy.
I found a secret
Holy
door.
shit. We're in the pipe world again.
Oh
Holy
my goodness, it
fuck
takes
with-
us back here.
I mean...
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we know there's a secret door.
Yeah.
We will forget by next stream.
Yeah. I think, you know, next stream, we'll probably be opening the last door, right? Like, I would say we... Oh no, we let it out. We've changed the world. See, that's really interesting. Okay. Okay. So...
Coming over here. Let's ignore all the black holes.
And this is all stuff that I really want the game to, at some point, give me a narrative context for. Like, what are these black hole cubes? What do they mean for us, the people who live here? Clearly they're bad.
Yeah, and I get the feeling they will be explained, but I don't know if they'll be explained in a way that is satisfying to you in terms of wanting them to be narrativized in certain ways.
Honestly, I just want them to be explained at all.
Oh, interesting.
That aren't just game artifacts. That aren't just Navi going, here's a new thing in the world for you to interact with.
Ah, well, I get the sense that they will... Yeah, I don't know.
I would
get that
like them
impression.
to. I would like them to. And again, if they don't, that just means that something I have expected from the game isn't being delivered. And in this game, that's not a deal breaker. Because this game is sweet. The different coloured pipes, I wonder if that is just aesthetic or if there's something more.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Maybe there'll be a puzzle later about like following the yellow pipe through one world and into another or something. That would be pretty cool. Is that going to be... I thought that would be lethal.
Yep, yeah. This is the...
This is the way home.
This is... Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm... Yeah, okay. Is this... Where are we? Yeah, so this is... That was the top of the lighthouse.
Aha!
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like manually taking us back.
Yeah.
It's probably...
Oh, that was clearly intended.
Yeah. Intended routes.
Gaming.
But that means that at some point we'll be able to lower the water level and go down to these platforms down here, I'm imagining. That was the...
Oh, you're fucking right. Oh, I love that.
Because we... Remember how we saw that island that was just a pyramid under the...
Yeah.
Under the water?
I mean, that's only slightly terrifying that we find the valve for the entire ocean. You
Yeah.
just go... Rap, rap. You know those hypotheticals where people are like, which video game world would you like to live in? Almost none of them.
Yeah.
I think almost all of them are terrifying in some way to me because of how malleable they are for the purposes of gameplay. And that's not what I want in my commute, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Maybe I'm boring. I might be boring. He said on his own stream. Watch me online, please. Validate me.
I refuse to validate you.
You don't.
I'm already here.
Oh, good round boy yelling Bloodborne. Is that because you want to live in Yharnam? Damp with sweat?
I hope not. But I get the feeling that yes.
I mean, if you're gonna cop it sweet,
Oh, this
of
is
all the
not
places
right.
to die, it's pretty bad, but it'd be interesting.
Gross.
Okay, yeah, I would like to live in the hideous blood-soaked nightmare. Okay.
I'm
Sure.
guessing that's Yana.
Sure, yes, or... I mean...
Or the end of Fez.
Well, we'll see. We might not see. But I'm increasingly incensed by our progression.
What on earth?
Like, this will be, you know, roughly hour 5 that we've played. Imagine if we'd smashed hours like 1 to 4 in one sitting. I feel like this game would feel different.
Yeah, for sure. Yay, we're back here.
Alright.
So now we want to be... Oh, I forgot that there's this now.
Oh my god. Holy shit, this is going to be... We're going to go home and our family will have been eaten. Or will be, like, threatened to have been eaten.
I hope so.
Well, then they'll say different things, right? That's all
That's
that matters. Alright.
So this is the doors.
There it is.
Yeah, this is the doors.
Okay, so, do we want to go home... Proximity was apparently sufficient.
I haven't gone through it, though.
Yeah, okay. Alright. You jump to the world map real quick? How far away is our village? Is it pretty far?
Oh, this is the fight.
We
We've
did it.
unlocked everything here. Yeah. So our village is this one?
Yes. Yes.
So we have to go through... This was in a house, maybe somewhere?
I guess, yeah. Or maybe we
It was
unlocked
directly
it.
connected.
Yeah.
Because that's... yeah. That's 1 degree of remove.
Because I'm just curious if... Would it be possible for you to just quickly take us back to the village? I want to see if there are black hole cubes there, and I want to see if people are different at all or say different things to us.
Sure. I'm also noticing that right above this door is another one of those doorways.
Ooh.
So...
Why is it we were able to open... Is it the amount of anti-cubes we're holding?
I truly do not know.
Okay, so we want the cross. We want the boop boop. Like,
Which one do we want?
Sorry, when we come back, the one that we will know...
Oh,
that
yes,
the
yeah.
last door is a big cross. Let's remember that, everybody.
So that's Warp World. But where's our
Oh,
home?
yeah. Don't know.
Is that home? Or is this somewhere completely
Where,
new?
the Swiss? Oh, no, this is just this place.
Oh, there are just little
we just didn't
secret
know.
passages.
Okay, so there are lots of little...
That's really cute.
I
Well, now
love,
that we know that those are...
I love Gomez's little ladder feet.
It's great.
Eh.
I wish you would get off that ladder so I could come back through this door. But
Yeah.
yes. I don't know where we have to go to get back.
To get home. Yeah. Alright, well, maybe we don't. That's fine.
It's to
Is it
there.
further down? Like,
Potentially.
Is this the top of a place?
Hang on. I don't know.
That's alright.
Unless one of these is the way back to home.
Maybe it is, actually.
We can
Oh,
look
of course,
at them.
of course. Yeah, if we just do this. This would just tell us. Yeah. Unknown. Well, that's good. We just know that the
Because
unknown
that's the one
one
we
is
haven't
unknown.
been through.
That's home.
That's
That's
home.
home. Sick. Alright.
Oh. Okay. Oh, and there's these. Yeah. Okay, these guys are how we get home, I think.
Yeah. I remember how fucking mind-blowing all this was. Oh my god. Ah! Is it a little worm? Or caterpillar, more accurately. Ah, awesome. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
We are home.
Hale and hearty and happy. Ignorant of the doom to come. Okay, that's what the kid said before. Alright. Okay, cool.
We can see if everyone says the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just quickly. Yep.
Okay, so we were not
This
expected to come
appears
back
to
here.
be... Yeah.
This was well and truly the starting area. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, I keep saying like line glitches. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to know what's deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these are,
The responses to the inciting event.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you for taking the time to
No, of course.
bring us here.
It's... That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we can. Yeah, if you just take us back to that door, and then we'll call it.
Well, do we want to go through the door?
I'm wondering if we save it. You know what? I think it's worth saving it because if we walk out that door and our pseudo navi, the first thing that they say is a mechanic that we need to know,
Yeah.
and then we
okay.
close the stream. Oh, that bird living a good life, maybe. I realised that I guess it's technically anthropomorphized, but what I really do is I just imagine quite a rich interior life for birds. Because I like how they look and move, and so I just sort of port onto them antics or good feels, and I don't know. I'm not doing any harm by it. If anything, I treat birds nicer than I perhaps might otherwise. But just some birds, they're just bossing out. Like that. Not like that.
It did.
Birds good.
I blame glitching. So we're not going through this.
No, but I think we leave it here for sure.
I'll just have us looking at the...
Yeah, ominous. Yeah, okay.
Lovely.
Awesome. Well, let's yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to close.
Drop in a couple of frames. Yeah, why don't we exit that? We have someone joining for FEZ just as we close FEZ. Bad luck.
Sorry, Stromaries.
Stromaries?
Yeah, well, I mean, the capitalized A.
Hello, though.
Yeah. Hello, greetings. Yeah, sorry, shorter stream tonight, because of energy levels and other such concerns.
But we can say a couple of things about FEZ.
Oh yeah,
Before we
no.
jump off stream.
We must, in fact.
Contractually.
Oh,
There's
of course,
no contract.
Of course, Frank Punch. There we go. I knew I'd seen Stromaries before, but like, this is the thing about internet names. If you don't see them enough, you no longer associate them with people. They're just their own artifacts, right?
I don't think I've actually seen that as a pseudonym. So, hello.
There you go.
Howdy,
A
Frank.
new fresh person every time. Yeah. So thoughts on FEZ so far? It's still unfolding, clearly.
Yes. I think that we have got to the end of the first section of the game.
Yeah.
In that we are opening all the doors, and it was so clearly, like trying to tell us go back and open the doors now.
Yeah.
We've seen so many worlds that we've just kind of dipped our toe into, but we know there are more mechanics to it. Like, at a guess, I have a number in my head. How far do you think we are through the game?
Okay.
So I already have a number. So
in terms of like percent.
Yeah, or a fraction, or just like
yeah.
But yes, what
would I say?
Where would you say we are in game? Based
on this door and the mystique, and now that I'm sort of reassessing and thinking, okay, we're being Navi keeps going at interesting things.
Yeah.
So it feels like there is definitely more to discover. I would say I'm torn between either a quarter or a third.
I was going to say a third.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that this is basically like end of first act of a 3-act kind of structure.
Yeah. I think I'm happy to agree with that. And I think that makes me feel better about the incidental world building, the sort of mise en scène that's gone on, like the classrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
All those interesting little tidbits that obviously haven't been narrativized because there's been no NPCs there to say asinine things about it. Our little Navi cube has said, nothing of note in those classrooms, but they hint at interest. And the urban ruin, there's neon signs, laying rotten on the sides of buildings. It's all very interesting to me. And again, the game might not deliver on those things, and it doesn't have to be a successful artifact. But
it seems to want to deliver on at least some of that in terms of like, in terms of like the I think the black hole stuff.
Yeah,
it wants to narrativize because it made such a point of having our little avatar helper friend, who I can't remember the actual name of in this game.
Gomez?
No, we're
right.
Gomez.
Yeah.
I'm meaning the one that we've been calling Navi, but it isn't Navi.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The Hypercube friend.
Hypercube,
that friend, like, reacted to the black hole without Gomez saying anything. So they are actually kind of audience surrogate in a certain way.
Yeah.
And they are setting your expectation for there will be a narrative payoff to this bit.
Yeah.
Whereas they didn't react to, say, the moving platforms we're familiar with from Mario.
Yeah.
So I think that in terms of you wanting a payoff to certain things, partially that is the game telling you that you should expect a payoff to certain components.
Well, also the framing is one of this is an event that happens every generation or two, right?
Right.
Because we had our older friend Geezer, I think, was the name. Because I just remember the alliteration, the two Gs. So we were given a framework of this has happened before, and now that you are ready, it will happen again. But then when we leave town, everything's in ruins, and now these black holes are popping up. So there is this sense of menace. There is this increasing sense of passive threat becoming active quite quickly, either because we have now looked upon it, we've looked into the void and it's looked back, or, this is just what happens, and this is what happens every 60 years, and then the young must rise to meet it. FEZ atop their crown, right?
Well, I think also there is there have actually been a couple of narrative beats so far in the story, and I think that we actually had like the pre-credits when you were saying before about the bit before and then it comes up with FEZ. We actually had that with the cube. The cube descending was our
of course
credits roll and we see FEZ. I think that was very much like we are being established as the chosen one to fulfill a mission, and we're a bit obviously outside that, so we find it inherently funny that these people can't see in 3 dimensions and now we are seeing in 3 dimensions. And now we're kind of being brought in on the existential threat of it very passively through the introduction of these black holes, and it's like it's introduced this threat and immediately lampshaded it, and then slowly it's actually going, no, this is a real thing you should be worried about. It's just not for the reasons that people have prophesied and come up with in terms of religion and like the forbidden, the devil square, as the kid was. I'm actually really glad that we jumped back to those kids and stuff for that refresher. I do think the game is... You're right that there is a tone difference in terms of when we go to those Mario levels, especially like the ones with the reduced colour palette, in the pipes and that
sewer
sort of
levels
stuff.
are...
They're beautiful and they're very aesthetic, but the game is also conveying a lot with its aesthetic in more colours. And so it's interesting that at this stage of the game, it's also giving us access to a second... Like, I would almost wish that the first act was shorter, really focused on the black hole stuff. Like, if we were going to go for the narrative angle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shorter, really focused on the black hole stuff. Then, wow, there's this big threat. It expands out. And then we go into lots of different little worlds that all have their own kind of cultures and communities and those sorts of things. But now we're doing it and we understand what the threat is that we're... Because at the moment, we're still... Even though we've got the creeping menace of black holes and stuff, we still haven't quite connected that menace to the fact that we're collecting cubes. So we're still
Yeah.
partially collecting cubes, and this is, I think, the narrative disconnect that is different to some of the other games we were talking about. The fact that we're connecting cubes is not connected to resolving the threat. We've just been kind of told,
Yeah.
we're the only one that can see things, so collect the cubes.
Yeah. I mean, were we told something else by Giza that we've forgotten?
I think we were told something by Hypercube Buddy
Okay.
about how we need to collect a certain number of cubes by a time, or a bad thing happens. But,
okay.
but a
Yeah.
nondescript kind of,
Because
like, prophesied end of the world sort of scenario. I could be wrong. That's just my memory. It's been a few weeks now.
yeah. Because it's just occurred to me that we are opening. So we're collecting cubes to open these doors, and we
Right.
have seen an event where we're in a space that has black holes in it, and then we come back, and now the black holes have sort of followed us. In that a space has become infected. And so are we opening these secret doors and then unleashing something? Is that something we're meant to be doing at this point in history, right? Like, are we tied into the process?
I get the sense that, that there's certainly, like, a potential plot line where, right, like, our annoying Na'vi friend is turned on its head, and the reason it's doing all this stuff is kind of like the Pony Island thing, where we're being narrated into unleashing the great old one, or whatever, that is doing all these black holes. Although, if that were the case, I would have thought that we would get a little bit of narration from the Hypercube figure being like
wringing hands.
Not openly being like, this is terrible, black holes everywhere.
Yeah.
So I do think we would have got a little bit. I don't know.
Based on the tone, it would be surprising if there wasn't just a bit of a hint. But
because it doesn't seem to be a three-dimensional character.
Likening it to Pony Island was I think a good play there in just seeing the difference in tone. But I think you're right. I think you've hit the nail on the head by saying that having a bit more framing earlier would make the introduction of these worlds, because again, if that stuff isn't explained, that's fine. I'm happy to play a puzzle game where each world introduces new mechanics and just adds to this third dimension that I've heard so much about. But I do feel at a loss for framing, even though I've been given so many narrative tidbits, because I like things to be understated. I genuinely like that. But this is teaching me that that's only good if there's some kind of framework. There needs to be a little bit of context around these sort of disparate pieces. It's like Islands, right? That itch game. That was cool, but it's hard to read more into it without a shell.
I think as well what you were saying about, like, if we played this in a really long session, we would have had enough to take us to the end of, like, to the door. And I think then we would get our next framing piece. So, like, I do think that in terms of, like, streaming and doing, like, 2-hour blocks of it, we haven't got that momentum. But obviously, because our inertia has been broken by us doing other cool shit, which is very fun and
in fairness to us, whenever we pick up the controller, we're straight back into it and we make progress. We haven't been stymied, because there have been plenty of games where, like, I've come back to and I'm like, seriously, what the fuck is going on?
Well, the fact that I could pick up the controller, because I don't know that I was I the last person?
I think we split last time. I think I played and then you played, maybe? I think
we
did, like,
so I might have been the last person to play it.
I think so,
not. But I certainly wasn't the person that started it. Yeah,
because I went keyboard and then we went controller, and you were worried about controller, but then I handed it to you and it was just easy peasy.
There's bits and pieces where I just try, because I'm trying to get through sections we've already been through, I just try to make a jump I can't make. Or whatever, but,
for sure. I'd say it's good television.
Yeah, that's true.
I fucking love it. So I definitely think we do need to come back to this game. The question is whether... so I will have another look at the how long to beat, and I'll have a look at the math, because it might be that we're further along than we think.
I also I like the point that we're at in terms of the prospect of there being a turning point in the game.
Yeah,
pretty soon.
We've opened a mysterious door. I'm of course intrigued. It just fucking works.
And we've been opening mysterious doors for a bit, but the fact that the Hypercube friend was saying, which in this case is not Good Round Boy, the Hypercube friend. Important distinction. But the Hypercube friend in this instance was like saying, you have done the last door, go back, open the last door. Last door time now.
Would you like to know the how long to beat for this game?
So And we tend to do... Hang on. So tell me what you normally do with the maths in terms of the how long to beat.
What I do with the math is I add... so in terms of percent, 175% is how I calculate. Oh, that's based on existing evidence. It's based on the how long to beat of games and then how long it's actually taken to stream. And that factors in, like, that's the whole YouTube video time. So that factors in talks like these at the start and at the end. It factors in us fucking around. It factors in, oh shit, what was going on last time. This game has been pretty snappy, but then we're doing stuff like this. But we can say at this point that we've roughly played about 5 hours. More or less. So,
I think we've played about 5 hours, but in terms of that, we've finished the first act. I'm not imagining equal-sized acts.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm imagining that it would take us about 15 hours to beat overall.
Okay.
So another... I'm imagining we are actually a third of the way through. Yeah.
How long to beat says 6 hours. So
really?
if given that we've barely been stuck, we might already almost be close. So including the 175% math, that's 10.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know that that's going to apply to us here because we just haven't faffed around as much. I reckon we've got 1, maybe 2 more nights of FEZ left.
Really?
Because this, like, by the 175% math, we would be expecting 5 and a bit. 5.3 streams, right?
Huh.
Now, this is a 0.5... Oh, sorry. This is a 0.5 stream tonight. But I genuinely don't think that this is going to take us 10.5 hours. Like, Pony Island... was it Pony Island? There was a game that we've played recently that we were almost bang on the how long to beat. Because we just whipped through, right?
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting to me because I guess I don't have a sense of the depth of this game because...
Yeah.
We have a map that's constantly growing, but I guess if what that suggests to me is that the amount that we've explored so far is roughly the scale of the actual thing, and we're just going to be doubling back through the existing landscape.
And I have heard that there's a lot of woeful backtracking in this.
Woeful backtracking?
Well, because we've got these warp gates, but as we've seen, they're hardly intuitive.
That's true.
And they're not amazing.
Yeah. I don't mind running through maps, but...
that's the thing. If you like the movement mechanics, it's not woeful anymore, is it? Depends how much you give how you feel about that. But yeah.
So I won't be streaming next week.
No, yes. So, coming up on the SciFiAIguy channel, we actually have a potential Thursday night stream. Crafty and I intend to return to the Cursor Monkey Island on our new stream, Captains of Inventory. And next Monday, young Justin is busy, so we will be streaming some Captains of Inventory content, which is more Cursor Monkey Island, presumably, then, because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we're not going to knock it over next session. I don't know how long the game is.
I don't think you're going to knock it over next session.
And this is the thing about FEZ and about Cursor Monkey Island and about games, is that it's not like a book or a movie, where you can get a real sense for how long it is, right?
Right.
Because a book, you look at the rest of the artifact, or if it's audible, you look at how many hours you have left, right? A movie, you can go, well, you either find out before you go in there because you've got to catch a bus home or drive home or whatever, or, Netflix, and it's like, this is 97 minutes. Like,
yeah,
you have a general sense, and if it's a 3-hour film, you typically know going in, and you can be sort of ready for that, and it's rare that you're surprised by that. A game can just end.
Yeah.
Or it can take another 10 hours.
Yeah, and I guess with your splendid co-host's aptitude for the game, that will make it a bit quicker than my standard playthrough of that series. But
I mean, even a walking tour, like, Crafty's not getting stuck on puzzles. We're just turning up and Crafty's going, look at this person, look at that person, and then bang, bang, bang. Like,
I did really like, some of the just requests from chat to explore different things. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. No, it's super fun.
So that's really cool. But yeah, so I'll be back hopefully in a fortnight.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll figure out what we're going to be playing for then.
If we genuinely are this far into FEZ, I think we just finish it.
Sure.
I'm down with just annihilating it, because then we move on to, I think, Braid and comparing the space v time thing, if there's any meat on those bones. Because as I've said, I'm always trying to get an academic paper out of everything, and that's not always appropriate.
Well, I'm happy to break this over our knees. Yeah. We have done a very... I think we've done a very decent job, honestly, of like, that felt like a good a productive stream.
No, you did some good work. You did some good work. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I think yeah, and we had some good conversations. So it will be nice to continue those, I guess.
Yeah.
In a fortnight. Until then, I'll probably be in stream chat next Monday. I'll just be frantically making things.
Yeah, for sure.
Being covered in dye.
Yeah. So, Justin, tell the lovely people online about your amazing magazine and your online content.
Sure. I produce a magazine called Neptune Today. We are Neptune Today on all social platforms, including our Patreon. If you particularly care about me and the work that I'm doing, which isn't this work but is other stuff. Apart from, on TikTok we are Neptune Today Mag. We do have a TikTok. I have 2 videos up. It's spectacular. We have a web series that is coming very soon called Terrible Lizards. I haven't announced too much more than that, but I am doing baking things, and
the colour blue is involved, or is that meant to be green?
No, this is a blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know how some dyes can be weird if they are concentrated or smeared?
Yeah. I have I was working with a yellow last week and it came out just orange everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so mucking around with stuff.
He does do that.
Yeah. And that should be out fairly soon. We're also looking for folks to write for us. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly the magazine will look like, but broadly reflecting on the year of our Lord 2020.
Yep.
I'm also partially looking for personal experiences, scientific stories, but with a science has been so prominent in everyone's lives this year.
That's a good point. It's been a scientific year.
Yeah, so I think if people have thoughts, you can send us an email at neptunetoday@gmail.com, or we're all friends here. You can also just message me. But yeah, I'm really and that's an invite that can be spread around as well. I'm trying not to be super nepotistic, but I'm aware that the people that are going to hear things that I say are largely people adjacent to me.
The key consumers of my content tend to be people I know.
Yeah.
It's you.
It's true. But yeah, looking for all those things. And yeah, I'll be doing... basically, the reason that I'm not going to be streaming next Monday is because I'm going to be having a big video editing session, because this is a video project. Yeah.
Very excited to see
which is cool. I'm just tired. That expression was not. I'm not excited for the project.
Yeah.
I'm super into it. I'm just also asleep.
I think that's long form project. Oh, it's awesome. I'm just so tired.
Yeah,
I can't look excited about it to you because I'm too busy making it to feel like I enjoy life.
Trust that this exhaustion is a sign that it will be spectacular, or at least passable.
Yeah. And for anyone who's enjoyed this content, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Twitch channel if you haven't already. I hopefully will hit affiliate soon, so you might even be able to actual sub instead of just follow. Anyhow, thank you.
Ring the bell.
Yeah,
ring the bell.
Ring that bell on YouTube. Hey there, YouTube.
Get the notifications.
Hello. Feel free to comment. I will reply because I don't get many comments, so I'll reply on YouTube. We can have a conversation. But thank you so much for joining us. We will be back with FEZ. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's just going to be the next video in the playlist, realistically.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of such things. But yeah, if you join us on either Thursday night, 6 p.m. Adelaide time, or next Monday, 6:30 p.m. Adelaide time, hopefully Crafty and I will be playing The Curse of Monkey Island for Captains of Inventory. Do follow Twitter or Facebook to get updates, because sometimes health issues prevent me from streaming. So best place to find out what's going on. But thank you all for joining us.
Super keen to watch that. That sounds great.
Yeah. Enjoy your week.
Farewell. Yeah.